Hello, this is Lee with 82 Game and 12, and this will be video 26. Can you believe it? 26 of my playthrough of Eylau 1807, and this is a Sound of Drums game designed by Uwe Walentin and came out 2023. I received my copy, I think it was around May of 2024, I believe. So less than a year. Well, no, let's see, a little bit more than a year after I ordered it on GameFound. So of course, when it's going through GameFound, it's getting the funding and you know, they're doing play testing and sending out play test copies and so forth. And so you probably saw some videos over, you know, showing the game, maybe some reviews about the playing of the game and so forth. My videos are just a playthrough. I'm just going to show you, you know, me playing the game. And that gives you a really good opportunity to see the components of the game, to see how the mechanics work, the rules, and, you know, so you can make a decision on whether you want to pull the trigger on this. And this is a bargain, okay, in the fact of the components. The components are beautiful. The plexiglass I have is distracting from the pure beauty of this map. And I apologize to Uwe and the graphics man, Marc Van Marshall, for my dingy, cracked and damaged plexiglass. I needed to get a different plexiglass, but I'm going to order the mounted maps because one thing, the maps are just beautiful. The two maps, there's two there, as you can see. They're just it's just, you know, the maps are beautiful. Okay, it gives you that sense of snow, ice, and so forth. Okay, plus you look out there and it looks kind of three-dimensional with the way that they've done the crest and the slopes. Okay, they're called slopes. There's times I may say crest, or, you know, this little round top, you know, and so forth. And I like the way that they've done the villages with little blocks and so forth. So, and of course the woods. Okay, of course, you know, they're going to be treeless. So that's a good image there. So if you haven't checked this out, if you've just happened to click on that, this happened to be your first video of this series, then you know, take a good look at everything. The counters are they're rounded counters. You don't have to clip them, and they punch out easily. That's the thing now. So many games have those, and I think it's just a great just a great thing. I was going to say, well, kind of lost my thought there, but just a great idea. And, you know, the older games, sometimes you end up tearing sometimes the counters, getting them out of the counter tray, you know, because the cut's not real good. But with these, hey, you're not going to have a problem punching them out. You're not going to have to clip them. They're good to go. And they've got vibrant colors. The numbers stand out. It's easy to distinguish what type of arm that the counter is, whether it be cavalry, artillery, infantry. It's easy to tell. You can easily tell line formation and column formation on a unit. cavalry, of course, only has one formation. Backside will be their tired side, and there's just a small distinction on. Let me pull one of these up here. Set this down. But when you look at these, of course, you've got this strap. Okay, one strap, that's a veteran. Okay, no strap is green. Okay, I don't think there's any green units in this game. And if you have two straps, okay, right here, see, that's an elite unit. Okay, they get a bonus modifier on combat. Okay, so on assaults and charges is where they get their modifier. So, and so with this cavalry unit, if I flip it over, okay, the bottom here is a little bit, it's a lighter shade. Okay, so if you look right here where my thumb is, right here, then kind of hard to tell in the shadow, but there's a lighter shade. Okay, then if you flip it here, see, plus to see this little one here, well, it is there, isn't it? The one. Okay, that's their designation for the unit. So that's a little bit of a little bit of an issue for figuring out whether it's tired or not. That's what happens. The side is the cavalry's tired. You know, one thing is you can look at the value of the movement potential, but you know, some of these cavalry have they go to a 7 on the back side, and some units on their front side are a 7. So, you know, I suggested maybe they, on the flip side, they just maybe put a circle or, you know, an asterisk out here beside the movement, you know, anything like that, or change the color of that number, you know, so maybe it's red on this side or some other color, and then that's just a, you know, stands out as, hey, that unit's tired. It's not that big of an issue, but you know, I'm 55 and my eyesight's not as good as it used to be. So, but you have little things like that that identify things. Same thing with, say, artillery. We take a look at the artillery unit here. So this artillery unit, okay, this line over here, white line there underneath that C, is a designation for heavy. Okay, that's heavy. All right, now they get a modifier when they're firing to their die roll. And then if I find a light artillery unit, see if I can find one. It's gonna, a lot of times, oh, here's one right here. Okay, so this one here, okay, has a line over here on the other side. Just this real faint line, white line here, under this coat of arms. Okay, that signifies that it's light cavalry. Okay, and that is going to, of course, not get a die roll modifier, but it's going to restrict the range. So if we look at the fire combat chart, okay, and I have to move my thing here. Okay, so a horse artillery or light artillery has a range of 6. Foot artillery, okay, that's not going to have a line on either the left or the right side, has a range of 8. But a heavy artillery has a range of 9. So, plus they get a modifier when firing, and it's right there, +1. So, that's just some things I'm pointing out. Okay, so we are starting let's put this over here. turn this on, see what that does. Okay, so we are starting the 3 o'clock or 1500 turn. Military would be 15. 3 o'clock p.m. Okay. This little block, it's a purple block. It helps me to identify where Bennigsen is, the Russian overall commander. I've got one on Napoleon right here as well. Those don't come with the game. They're there for my own benefit. If you watched any of my videos, you're going to recognize the little cubes that I have. Okay, they're smaller than the activation cubes. Okay, you can tell there's a difference there. Okay, these are the activation cubes, and also the same size are the fatigue cubes. Okay, my cubes are smaller. Okay, and I use them for identifying for various reasons, mainly for assisting the viewer. Okay, so just want to point that out. Okay, so the French are going to have the first activation. I'm going to explain all of that. So the first thing you do in the sequence of play when you have a new turn, and I'm not going to go in detail over all of this. You can look at, I think I've already done like video 3, I think, and then maybe 15, where I went in depth, okay, and went over the process. So I've already done that. But the first thing you do is the weather check, okay, and I rolled a 3, and a 3 is going to be clear. So we're not going to have anything modifying anything to do with the start of a turn, nor anything modifying during a turn. So everything's clear. We had a couple of turns where we had, or hours where we had some snow, and that affected various things. So you can check out there's videos where we had some snow, so you can check that out. And when I say a turn, I'm actually referring to an hour. But, you know, if I say an hour, that's still one turn. Okay, one turn is 60 minutes, so it's 1 hour. So sometimes I'll say hour, sometimes I'll say turn. Okay, they're referring to the same thing. All right, so we have no snow. Okay, it's clear. Okay, and so what we have to do next, okay, is the order phase. Okay, and so each player may move their army leader. Okay, and the French may move their corps leaders. Okay, so Bennigsen just moved a little. He was here, and he just moved to here. Napoleon was over here. Let's see. Yeah, pretty sure he was somewhere right in this area. Anyways, he moved over here where Grouchy, okay, Marat, and Ugaru are at, okay, and also Houdelet, okay, and that way he would be closer to, because they were all making changes, and that's what you want to do. You want to move them so that they're in command range, which is for orders is 12 hexes, okay, and then 13 to 18 hexes, okay. If they're within 12 hexes, it takes only 1 command point. If they're 13 to 18 hexes away, it takes 2 command points. If they are beyond that, then you have to roll, and I had that happen. So with the French, okay, we'll start over here. Bessaray's, or Bessara, is over here, and he's got attack orders. Joseph has hold orders, but I tried to change his to attack, and of course he's beyond Napoleon's range over here. So I had to roll, and I failed. I rolled higher than a 7, okay? And then I tried to allow Lavelle here to retire, but I rolled higher than his 8, so he wasn't able to change, okay? Dehapool, okay, with the second cuirassiers, was given retire orders. Napoleon ordered them to retire. They're pretty banged up. Okay. And he didn't change anything here. Grouchy is given attack orders. Okay. Houdelet is regrouping. Okay. And let's see here. Milhaud, I think I changed him. Third, he went back to attack. Klein still has attack. Saint Hilaire, I changed his to attack. Going around here, we had a move order with Friant, but I changed. Davout changed his to attack, and then Goudin. Let's see. I think I went with him to. Let's see. Maybe he failed. Yeah, I failed his roll. Even though he's got a 9, he failed his roll. I was going to defend, I think, or hold, one or the other. Anyways, he failed his roll. Okay. So that's all of the French. Okay. So Napoleon used 5 of his 6. Okay. Napoleon has, okay, up at the top right, the white number in the gold box is his number of command points. So he used 5 of the 6. Okay. And then Bennigsen used all 4 of his. And he moves up here so he could be closer, because he wanted to change Golitzin's center cavalry to attack. And then I think this, I've been pronouncing it Kaminsky. I think it's Kaminskoy, maybe. He was given attack orders. Okay. And Von Paulin, let's see, what did I do with him? Left wing. They went to hold. And let's see, Baggy, he went to hold. Finally, he was able to, well, it was because Bennigsen changed his order. Essen, 8th, he's still at hold. And I think that was about it. Now, I tried to change Tolstoy, but I failed. He had to roll. And I was trying to change him and to hold, I think, and he's still at defend. So, and Tukov there, let's see, the 5th Division, he has an attack order. So he had been holding to recover some losses, and so he was able to do that. Now the 4th Division still has attack orders, yeah, and so does Lestock. And Korff, the right wing, has attack orders. So, but Markov over here, who was trying to move over to Althoff, I was going to give him attack orders and move him to Althoff to get ready to defend against Ney's forces. He failed to change his order, so he's stuck there. He's still under hold orders, I believe. Yes. Okay. All right, so that's all of the different order changes, movement of leaders. I moved Marat just over 1. And let's see, did I move someone else? Oh, yeah, I moved Soap. Okay, he was over here, and I moved him to here. And I think that's because I was changing Legrand. Let's see, 3rd Division. Yeah, They have defend orders, so I guess I thought I was going to change them, but I guess not. They just still have their defend orders. So, okay, so that takes care of all of the orders. Okay, now we've done that. Okay, the next part. You have to pay the Army fatigue cubes from his stock for issued orders. Okay, so this is where we go over here and we take a look. Now, let's turn this light over here. Okay, and so if we look here, okay, we've got two numbers on each of those counters. The left number is for initiative use. The right number, which is the blue or black number, is the Army fatigue. Okay, so if we calculate, okay, probably go a little closer here. Let me set this down here. Okay, so what's does it start right here? Starting here, that's okay, -2, okay, -1, so we're at 3. This is 5. That's 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so I had to subtract 15 from the Russians, okay, their Army fatigue cubes. Okay, so I took a black cube and 5 gray ones. That's 15. These are worth 10. This is worth 1. Now, with the French, okay, we'll take a look at them. Okay, so we went -2 here. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. And then if we go up the rest of them. Okay. So this was 9. Okay. This is 11. Okay. 11, 13, 14, 15. Oh, that's a plus. Okay. So wait a minute. We got a plus here. No, they don't have any regroups. Okay, so what I have is I've got 2 pluses. So let's start this again. We've got, so that's 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13. Okay, plus 1 is now 12. Then back to 11. Okay, and then we have 6. So 11, 6. 17. Okay, so I had to take 17 from the French. Okay, so I took that from them. All right, so if you're looking, we've got the Russians have 61 fatigue points or cubes, and the French have 79 is what they have. And then if we take a look at the initiative, okay, the French ended up with a higher initiative, and that's counting the red numbers. So right there you can see that's we got that's 16 minus 2 is 14, plus 4 is 18, minus 2 is 16. And then 16, 20, that's 28. So we got 28 there. And then with the Russians, they've got 4, 8, 12. Okay, and then at the end, 12, 16, 20, 24. Okay, so 28 to 24, the French have the initiative. Now, we have to figure out the activation cubes, okay, for each. All right, so we take a look at the turn and the weather track, and we find the hour that we're in. So we've got 6F/5R. So in this hour, the French automatically get 6, okay, 6F is French, so they get 6, okay, activation cubes. Then we take a look at Napoleon, And the white number in the purple circle is his leadership value. That's added to the 6. So now we've got 10. And then we roll a die. And I rolled a 6. So the French have 16 activation cubes. Okay. For this turn, this hour. All right. And then the Russians, okay, 5 R's, so they start with 5. And then we take a look at Bennington over here. And his leadership value is a 2. The white number in the purple circle is a 2. So that's 7. Okay. And I rolled a 5. So 12. Okay. So it's 16 to 12. And I've added the 2 red cubes. So there we are. And of course, I've already pulled out 1 of the blue cubes because the French will get the first activation for this turn. And so we are prepared to start the 3 o'clock hour. Everything's prepared now. And of course, the next phase is the activation phase. So players place their turns ACs in the bag. The starting player keeps 1 AC aside. This will be used to activate any one of his divisions, his choice. In addition, the 2 ACs, in addition to the ACs, 2 fire combat cubes are placed in the copper bag. Players draw ACs from this bag 1 at a time. Depending on what army's AC is drawn, either French or Russian, that player may activate one of his divisions using that AC. That activated division may execute actions followed by their division's orders. So that's where we're at. Okay. So the important thing over to pay attention to is the army fatigue, because when you run out of those cubes, you lose. Your army has been broken and must retire. So that is slowly creeping upon us. And so if we look over on the French right, where Davout's at, the center cavalry reserve under Golitzin or Golitzin has been able to outflank Gudin. So that's what we got going on. And so the Russians are going to be looking to try to exploit that by getting more of Golitzin's forces around there to put pressure on Davout's forces. Excuse me. And Napoleon is going to use Saint Hilaire in tandem with Rauchi and Milad to attack these squares. Okay. Try to use the infantry to attack them and get them out of square, and then bring in the cavalry to slice them up, slice and dice them. So that's what they're going to do right here, try to do in the center. And then just try to hold off over here on this left flank, and here around Eylau. So we'll see what happens. Now Bennington's wanting Lestock and Korf to really hammer The French left. So next video, that's where we'll pick up. It'll be a French activation, and we'll start the 3 o'clock turn. Don't forget to check out Sound of Drums. We develop and publish thrilling historic board games. soundoffdrumsgames.com. And also check out Chessex at chessex.com. See what they got. They got more than just dice. And this is Lee with 82 Game and 12 here on YouTube. Sons of Liberty 75. So come back and see what happens in the start of the 3 o'clock turn. Things are getting exciting.